A smug store clerk thought he could shame Karoline Leavitt over her cross necklace, and in mere minutes she flipped his petty power trip into a viral beatdown that left him reeling. This isn't some random dust-up. It's the day the youngest White House press secretary turned a routine shopping stop into a blazing testament of grit, faith, and raw defiance. You're about to witness a clash so electric, so jaw-dropping, that it'll glue you to every word, because when Karoline steps into the ring, she doesn't just win, she rewrites the rules. It's a biting March afternoon in 2025, the kind that sharpens your senses and sets the stage for something big. Karoline Leavitt, 27, fierce and a political juggernaut, strides into Vogue Vault, a chic DC boutique with a reputation for overpriced threads and attitude to match. She's not here to make waves, she's hunting a dress. Something bold for a White House gig that's got her name on it. Her cross necklace, a simple silver piece she's worn forever, dangles quietly against her chest. She's got a briefing in 2 hours. Her mind's racing through talking points, and this stop? It's supposed to be a breeze, but fate's got other plans, and they're about to hit hard. The store's alive, shoppers darting between racks, the air thick with chatter and the clink of hangers. Karoline's weaving through, zeroed in on a flash of red fabric that might just work. That's when the clerk spots her. He's a wiry guy, mid-30s, with a smirk that could curdle milk, the kind of dude who lives to throw his weight around, especially when he thinks no one's watching. Except today, he's picked a fight with a lion. He locks onto that cross, his eyes narrowing like he's just found his next victim. "Ma'am, you need to take that off," he barks, pointing at her necklace with a finger that's practically trembling with glee. His voice slices through the noise, loud and grating. Karoline stops cold, her hand brushing the pendant. She turns, slow as a predator, her green eyes glinting. "Say that again," she says, her tone low but loaded, like a storm rolling in fast. The clerk doesn't flinch. He leans in. "It's offensive, store policy. No religious junk allowed." The words drop like a match in dry grass, and the room ignites. Shoppers pause, heads whip around, a few gasps ripple out, phones slide from pockets, lenses glinting. This isn't a polite ask. It's a gauntlet thrown down. And if you're betting Karoline's about to shrink back, you've missed the memo. This is the woman who stared down press corps, crushed primaries, and climbed DC's greasy pole without breaking a sweat. She doesn't cower, she strikes. Her lips curve into a smile, sharp and lethal, the kind that says, "You just signed your own defeat." "Offensive?" she fires back, her voice cutting through the air like a blade, loud enough to hook every ear in the place. "What's offensive is you thinking you can dictate what I wear, or who I am." The clerk blinks, his smirk flickering. He's used to people folding, not fighting. "Look, I don't make the rules." He stumbles, but Karoline's already pouncing. "Oh, you don't? Then who does?" "Because I'm dying to meet them." Her words snap like a whip, pulling the crowd tighter, their murmurs swelling. The tension's a live wire now, sparking and spitting. Everyone knows something's about to blow. The clerk, floundering, jabs a shaky finger toward the back. "My manager. She'll tell you the same thing." He's grasping, hoping to pass the buck. Karoline doesn't miss a beat. "Fantastic. Let's get her out here." She crosses her arms, planting herself like a fortress, her stance screaming, "Try me." The crowd's buzzing, phones up, filming, a few whispers turning to cheers. This isn't a squabble anymore. It's a full-on arena, and Karoline's the gladiator they're all rooting for. The manager storms out. A woman in her 40s, all sharp edges and tighter lips, radiating that "I've handled worse" vibe. She's wrong. "What's the issue?" she snaps, glaring at the clerk, then Karoline. The clerk scrambles to save face. "She's got that cross. I told her it's against policy. She won't ditch it." The manager shifts her stare to Karoline, sizing her up like she's just another complainer to crush. "He's right. No religious symbols. Leave it at the counter or leave the store." Her tone's final, like she slammed a gavel. But Karoline, she's not here for verdicts. She's here to rewrite the case. Stop right there. This is where it gets wild. Most people would mutter, stash the necklace, and slink away. Not Karoline. She's not just defending a trinket. She's defending her soul, her spine, her right to exist unbowed, and she's about to turn this into a moment that'll echo for years. "Let me break this down for you," she says, her voice rising like a tidal wave crashing over the room. "You're telling me I can't shop here because of my faith? In America? In 2025? The question's a grenade, lobbed straight at the manager's feet, and the crowd holds its breath for the boom. The manager doesn't budge. Private property. We decide who stays. It's the classic dodge, the shield every control freak hides behind. But Karoline's got the perfect counter. She steps closer, her presence swallowing the space, her eyes burning. "Private property doesn't mean you get to shred my rights. You think this is your little kingdom where you call the shots? Not today." A gasp ripples through the crowd. Someone yells, "Preach!" The manager's face hardens, but Karoline's a freight train now, unstoppable. "Here's the kicker," she says, her tone shifting to a razor-sharp taunt that hooks you deeper. "I face down tougher clowns than you, on national TV with millions watching, and I'm still standing tall. So if you think I'm handing over my necklace to browse your overpriced rags, you're delusional." The clerk's jaw hits the floor. The manager's eyes pop. The crowd's losing it. Phones thrust high, cheers erupting, every second a goldmine of drama. This isn't a skirmish, it's a slaughter, and Karoline's wielding the blade. But hold on, here's the move that seals it. She yanks out her phone, flips to video, and goes live. "Hey America," she says, cool as a sniper. "This is what happens when you stand up. This store, right here, wants me gone for wearing a cross. Should I name them? Drop the hammer? You tell me." She pans to the crowd, and they detonate. "Yes, do it. Call them out." The manager's face goes ghost white. The clerk looks like he's praying for a trap door. This isn't just a win, it's a public execution. And Karoline's holding the axe. The manager scrambles. "You can't record here," she barks, her voice cracking. Karoline doesn't blink. "Public space, public rules. You're the one slipping, not me." She's ice cold. Every word a dagger twisting deeper. The crowd swelling, aisles clogging, voices rising, some chanting her name. A guy in the back yells, "Keep the faith." And Karoline flashes that smile, the one that says she's already 10 moves ahead and they're all just catching up. The manager tries one last desperate swing. "Get out, or I'm calling security." Karoline doesn't budge an inch. "Go for it. Let's see how it plays. Booting me for my beliefs. I've got all day." The standoff's brutal. Seconds stretch like hours. The air thick with anticipation. 10, 20, 30 ticks by, every eye locked on her. Then the manager cracks. "Fine, keep it. Just buy something and leave." It's a surrender, raw and ragged, and Karoline's the undisputed champ. She doesn't gloat, not yet. She grabs that red dress, vibrant, fierce, a statement in itself, pays without a word, and heads for the exit. Passing the clerk, she drops a line that burns. "Next time, pick a fight you can win." He's got nothing. No comeback, no spine. The crowd parts like she's royalty, some clapping, others still filming, their phones glowing like torches. She steps into the DC sunlight, cross shining, and vanishes into the afternoon, leaving chaos in her wake. Think that's the end? Not even close. This is where it explodes. Within an hour, the first clip hits X, Karoline Leavitt, crushes woke clerk, and it's a tsunami. Retweets flood in, likes pile up, comments ignite. By nightfall, it's everywhere. Fox News hails her, CNN spins it, TikTok slaps dramatic beats on it. Vogue Vault's name leaks, and their online reviews annihilated. Discriminatory trash. Karoline's a queen. Boycott this dump. 1 star after 1 star, a digital bloodbath. Next morning, she's at the White House podium, cool as ever, fielding the storm. I didn't go looking for a fight, she says, her voice smooth and unshakable. But I don't run from one either. That's who I am. The press room buzzes, her supporters roar, her critics fume. Crossgate trends worldwide. She wears that red dress, the color popping like a victory flag, and every camera eats it up. The store scrambles. An apology about miscommunication lands like a wet rag. Too late. Sales tank, the manager's quietly shipped off, and the clerk? Word is he's out by Friday, tail between his legs. But let's peel back the layers. This gets crazier. X digs up dirt. Vogue Vault's got a history. Customers tossed for MAGA hats, Bible tees, even a pro-life pin. Pattern after pattern. Screenshots flood in, stories stack up, and Karoline's clash? It's the match that lights the bonfire. The parent company's in panic mode. Stocks dip, execs huddle, and stand your ground surges as a rallying cry. Her inbox explodes. Support, hate, interview offers. She picks one, a conservative podcast, and doubles down. Faith's non-negotiable, she says, her voice steel-wrapped. If they can't handle it, that's on them. Weeks later, the ripples still rolling. She's on another show, laughing it off. I just wanted a dress, she quips. But I guess I got a revolution instead. The host grins. And you won, she shrugs, casual but kingly. Always do? That clip? 2 million views in a day? Her cross becomes a symbol. Etsy's churning out Leavitt cross replicas. Fans wear them like badges. She doesn't cash in, but her legend? It's ironclad now. Next morning, she's at the White House podium, cool as ever, fielding the storm. I didn't go looking for a fight, she says, her voice smooth and unshakable. But I don't run from one either. That's who I am. The press room buzzes, her supporters roar, her critics fume. Crossgate trends worldwide. She wears that red dress, the color popping like a victory flag, and every camera eats it up. The store scrambles. An apology about miscommunication lands like a wet rag. Too late. Sales tank, the manager's quietly shipped off, and the clerk? Word is he's out by Friday, tail between his legs. But let's peel back the layers. This gets crazier. X digs up dirt. Vogue Vault's got a history. Customers tossed for MAGA hats, Bible tees, even a pro-life pin. Pattern after pattern. Screenshots flood in, stories stack up, and Karoline's clash? It's the match that lights the bonfire. The parent company's in panic mode. Stocks dip, execs huddle, and stand your ground surges as a rallying cry. Her inbox explodes. Support, hate, interview offers. She picks one, a conservative podcast, and doubles down. Faith's non-negotiable, she says, her voice steel-wrapped. If they can't handle it, that's on them. Weeks later, the ripples still rolling. She's on another show, laughing it off. I just wanted a dress, she quips. But I guess I got a revolution instead. The host grins. And you won, she shrugs, casual but kingly. Always do? That clip? 2 million views in a day? Her cross becomes a symbol. Etsy's churning out Leavitt cross replicas. Fans wear them like badges. She doesn't cash in, but her legend? It's ironclad now. Let's rewind for a second. Why does this hit so hard? Karoline's not just a press secretary, she's a Gen Z warrior who's clawed her way up with nothing but guts and smarts. Born in New Hampshire, she cut her teeth at St. Anselm. Graduated with a comms degree and dove headfirst into Trump's orbit, writing speeches, dodging press traps, winning primaries. She lost a House race in 2022, sure, but bounced back harder, snagging the press secretary gig at 27, married to a guy twice her age, mom to a baby boy. She's a walk-in paradox, young but seasoned, soft-spoken but savage. And that clerk? He didn't just pick a fight with her, he picked a fight with everything she stands for. Back to the fallout, Vogue Vault's toast. Their apology gets ratioed into oblivion, their DC location's a ghost town. The parent company's PR team's in overdrive, but the damage is deep. Lawsuits loom, boycotts tighten. Caroline's clash sparks a dozen copycats, people filming their own standoffs, hashtagging number Leavitt legacy. Conservatives crown her a hero, liberals paint her a provocateur. Either way, she's the name on every tongue. Months later, she's still untouchable. At a rally, she wears that cross, bigger now, a custom piece from a fan. And the crowd loses it. They tried to break me, she tells them, but I don't break. The cheers shake the rafters. Her team's prepping for 2028, whispers of a Senate run, maybe more. That dress? It's framed in her office, a trophy from the day she turned a clerk's ego into dust. So what's the real story here? Karoline Leavitt didn't just win a brawl. She sparked a reckoning. She showed what happens when you push someone who's built to push back. That clerk, that manager, they're footnotes now, lessons in what not to do. Cross Karoline, and you don't just lose, you fade. This isn't her finale, it's her opening act. And you just saw why she's a force that'll keep you watching, waiting, and cheering for whatever she does next.